A word that I've always used is synergy. What is synergy? Simply, as you know, synergy is when the sum is greater than the total of all its parts. And I think that going back to my coaching career, I had good players, but I don't know if my players were any better than a lot of teams that I played against. But we were able to have that approach where we felt like that we had enough parts that we could overcome our shortcomings, whatever they may be. And it's real. I think it's a real thing. But we live in a time, we live in a country that is a great country, land of opportunity. But there are a lot of people that are selfish, and they have their own agendas. So when you can erase a lot of that, you've got a better chance to be successful. And I think back to some of my really good teams, and I'm like, were we really that good? Or was it the makeup of that group of young men who put their priorities in order, and they had that synergy to overcome other things? As I got older in coaching profession, I didn't talk a lot about the other team. You know, you do scouting reports and you analyze and you look at other people's tendencies and trends and all those things. I got to the point, I didn't dwell on the other team. I would dwell on our team. If we do what we do well, that's all we can do, and it'll probably be good enough today. And if we don't, it's okay. But sometimes you get caught up in emphasizing your opposition and not your team that you're coaching. Talk about building a team. I heard this story a long time ago, and I think I first heard it from Coach Burtman, who was a legendary coach at LSU. And one of the things is they were struggling through a year trying to get through it. He got all his guys together, and he told the rope story. And it goes like this. He said, if you are hanging off the edge of a cliff, let's say we're in Blowing Rock, and you're hanging off the edge of a cliff, and you're getting ready to go down. You're just barely hanging on with your fingernails. And if somebody doesn't grab you, it's over. You're not going to live. You're not surviving. So who do you want to grab you on your team? You're pretty strong. Would you get chosen? Who would you choose? Tell me somebody, who would you choose in your room? You know some people in here. Who would you choose to grab the rope? You got some muscle in here. So he goes around the room to his team, and they started picking, well, I'd take him, or I'd pick him, or I'd pick him to grab the rope because he would save me. So as the story unfolds, Coach Burton says, you see, it doesn't matter who you choose because they're your teammates. And it doesn't matter. Whoever is your teammate is going to save you. It's not the biggest and the strongest, it's your teammate that'll save you. So when we get to the point that it doesn't matter that there's going to be a teammate there for you, we're good. We're going to accomplish what we want to. So that became a big deal. It's in his documentary that is shown on ESPN 360 quite often. You might see it on a rerun. That story is told. And you can hear guys in the dugout from that point on, they'll yell out from time to time, hang on to the rope. Hang on to the rope.